Hello, welcome back to A.D.H.D Knitter and Crocheter. I'm your host Jennifer, also known as Jedi Dragoon, and welcome back to my channel. This is a podcast about knitting, crochet, and the fiber arts. Welcome back, guys. It's been a interesting week. I've been busy this week. Podcasts are just a fair warning. Podcasts are going to once a week because I'm going back to work. Yeah, money's been really tight around here, and it's gotten to the point where my husband's been really worried about it. So earlier, so let me start off. Yeah, Friday he told me I need to get a job, and it's like, okay. So, of course, I checked a few places, and I knew we wanted me to have certain hours and certain days I could work. So what I did, is I got on. And I put an application to Walmart because if any of you guys been around, do you remember when I first started this channel? I worked at Walmart. Um, and so my first response was, well, let's put an application there because I know I can get the hours and times and stuff I want. So I put in an application at Walmart. About 10 minutes later, Cindy, who is the HR director at Walmart, is texting me back and asking me if I can do an interview at 3 o'clock that day, a phone interview. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. And sorry, allergies are acting up. I got a slight headache, so bear with me. This is going to be a scattered brain, but story time. So she's like, yeah, and so I waited till 3 o'clock, and 3 o'clock came around, and she's like, okay, pretty much it was do you want to work back in apparel again? This is your times you're available. Okay, I'm hiring you. Okay, when's orientation? She's like, well, as long as you haven't killed anybody in the past 2 years. Uh, Tuesday. I haven't killed anybody in the past 2 years, so sure, okay. Yeah, so Tuesday. So that was Friday. So this weekend, Matthew got sick. I was still feeling under the weather from what I had. And so Tuesday, I was feeling a lot better. Matthew went to school, so I went to orientation and got my schedule. So now I'll be back to working again. So I'll be working back at Walmart again, guys. So that means you'll probably see Walmart yarn if you see yarn. Um, you know, I went through my totes of yarn, and I do not need yarn. Yeah, you see these people with like their back screen is a like wall of yarn. I'm not allowed to have it. I'm more than happy with what I have, which is like the top two shelves of two bookshelves and four giant totes. Actually, technically five because I have cotton all in one, but yeah. So that's what's been going on with me. So I'm sorry if I've been bugging you guys to check out my Etsy shop and money and support me, but I'm going to lay off that for a while. I still have Patreon. I still have my Etsy shop. If you want, go over there and look at them. But yeah, we're taking a break from that and not worrying about that as much. So I'm much more relaxed. I feel better. Um, I was getting kind of bored. So still be doing 4-H with the kids, still be doing my crochet knitting podcast and all that jazz. So let me show you what I've been working on because I kind of got a little anxiety about starting a new job, new slash old. I just got anxiety about going back to work. So I did a bunch of quick projects, so let's start off with, where's the first one? So I've been wanting to make a crochet pumpkin. So I made a crochet pumpkin. This is the first one I made. I looked up the patterns are on yarnspirations.com. Stupid allergies. And cold that was on top of it, but that's gone. This is now just allergies. But yeah, I looked up the pattern on Yarn Inspirations, and this is the pumpkin I made. This is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. I think it's the color Autumn Stripes, but I'm not certain. And it goes from this dark red. I don't know if you can really see it. I have bad lighting. Orange and brown and green. So there's that. And I did some brown for the stem. It is a really easy pattern. I like this pattern. I've made it one more of it. So, so I made that one. I was real happy with it. I liked it. So I got that made. And then as I do Jaden Stitches, Falling Leaves Pumpkin. And this is what it looks like. I still think it kind of looks like a pineapple, but everybody says it looks like a pumpkin. So this is it. I made this out of Hirschner's worsted 8 yarn. And I used a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, which I like a lot better. It has a little green stem. So that was fairly easy. I got that done. I don't know much what to say about this. I made a pumpkin. Yeah. So let me take a drink. Okay. So I made those two, and I was getting really into making pumpkins for some reason. So I decided to do Jada and Stitch's other pumpkin pattern. This is just basic pumpkin pattern. I didn't do it quite the way she did it. I think it would have looked better if I did, but I had some scrap colorful yarn, so I just made it out of this and add a little green stem. Like I said, I didn't follow it exactly. So there's that. Kind of a funky colored, but kind of cool. Can you tell I don't have a lot of orange in my stash? I found 2 almost used up skeins in my stash while I was looking. And then this is this one I made yesterday. Finished this up yesterday. So this is Hirschner's Worsted 8 yarn 2 in the color, I think it's latte. I'm not sure. And just some green Hirschner's Worsted 8 yarn. Made a stem. This is the bigger version of this. You know, it's not much bigger. It's just a little taller. So, yeah. I made like 4 pumpkins. And, yeah, I can't hold them all at once. Yeah, well, maybe I can. This is going to be funny. So, yeah, I made 4 pumpkins. They look really nice together on my table. Put them in the cat bed because that's right here. So, have 4 pumpkins made. And then I guess the rest is works in progress, kinda. I'm not sure what to consider granny squares. And I don't weave the ends in on my granny squares until I'm ready to sew them together because I don't want to. But yeah, I was trying to use up some scrap yarn. So I made these with the size L hook and 2 strands of worsted weight yarn held together. This is one I made. I think this is all like, well, this is Red Heart and Bernat Pop. So there's that one. And then I made this one out of my scraps. It's a little wonky, but they're always a little wonky when you first make them. So there's that one. And then this one, the center is, see, this is all bulky weight yarn. So it's the same size as this. So I can put these together. Because they're both about the same size. So yeah, I can just put those together. So I'm also using my bulky scraps and making some granny squares. This is left over from my sweater I made last winter, and this is from that hat I showed you guys I made that I wanted to make one day. So made 3 granny squares. And then if anybody is in my Facebook group, you saw the pumpkins already. Well, I posted that picture on my personal Facebook feed because, you know, I like to show people what I'm working on, hence the YouTube channel. And so I posted them over there because, you know, and I showed them to my niece, Summer. She's married to my nephew, so niece-in-law, I guess. I don't know what you call her. I just call her my niece now. But because I've been talking to her and stuff, and she likes Halloween and stuff. And I was showing her my pictures of my pumpkins, and she asked me if I sell them. So I was like, yes, I can sell them. I can make some and sell them to you. Yeah, she wanted this one and this one. So I gotta make 2 more of these, which is no problem because I've been having fun making pumpkins, so it gives me excuse. Uh, Halfway considering just selling her those 2 and then making 2 more for myself. But I still have yarn, so I'll just make some more in that. But the funny thing is I have those. I have a commission for those. Somebody Jason works with wants me to make him a ski mask, pretty much. That's crocheted. Yeah, I might have to. I might try to figure out how I can make a ski mask with the Jaina pattern, and because I kind of want the bulkier weight, especially if it's somebody who wants to wear it hunting. So I might be fooling around with the Jaina hat pattern and turning it into a ski mask. Gotta figure out how to do that. Not really sure. Actually, I have a good idea in my head. It's not that hard, but yeah, I'll be working on that too. So another new pattern. And then I have um oh yeah, and then there's this sweater. You guys have seen my Luna cardigan sweater that I made out of the Caron anniversary cake. Well, a friend of mine from church saw it and she really liked it. And she said that she wanted to pay me to make her one. So I am making all this happened in like the last 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know what happened. And somebody also bought one of my patterns off Etsy, which thank you, whoever bought that. I don't know if you watched my show or you just bought the pattern. That happened Tuesday while I was in orientation. That was funny. This is what I have so far. I have the back done. I'm working on the front panel. This is about 2 hours of work. And yeah, this is how far I got it. So it's just pretty much simple. I have double crochet and that. And I really like this pattern. It's by Pink Sheep Designs. And yeah, I'm just working on it. And did this come undone? Yes, it did. Okay, that stitch marker wasn't big enough. Oh well, I can fix that. But yeah, that's all the sweaters and commissions and stuff I'm working on. Or supposed to be working on. I have ADHD. You know I'm not just working on stuff I'm supposed to. But yeah. Oh, I guess I should say this is like a mint colored cake, and it goes from this light green to this darker green, gray, and blue. It turns out really nice when you make it into a sweater. I didn't even like color control or anything, which probably annoys some people, but she liked the sweater, and so, I'm not going to change how I'm doing it because that's the easy way to do it. Okay, what's next in this bag? And since I had orientation on Tuesday, and I knew I'd be sitting, because I get bored sitting, I might take this with me to sit and do CBLs, but I've been working on a pair of socks. Ross has come back to YouTube. I am very happy. Hello again, Ross. Doubt he watches this, but so I had some of this Christmas yarn from Hobby. It's green, burgundy, red, white, and lime green with gold sparkle. So I'm trying to knit me a pair of Christmas socks. And it's all tangled up, of course, because I shoved it in there because I had to put it down because I had to fill out paperwork. You cannot knit and fill out paperwork, by the way. Of course, you guys probably already knew that. I knew that too, but still, I was getting bored just sitting, so I was like, I'm taking my knitting out. All the other people were on their phones. Me, I'm sitting there with a pair of knitting needles. Oh, that that did not work at all. That made a knot. Oh. See, this is fascinating thing about watching me do this, because I do not edit. Yes, I know how to edit. I just don't want to. But then you guys don't get to see me struggle with yarn and laugh your butts off at me struggling with the yarn. Okay, I think I got it now. I hope I entertain you. But yeah, so this is on size 2 needles. This is my vanilla sock pattern that I've figured out. I use it's a Franken sock because I use like the heel from one pattern, the toe from another pattern, and then I just knit until it's about the right length. So yeah, I'm working on that. These are size 2 You just had to jump up. No, 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 back. This is Ernie. I am talking to people on a screen. You do not need to get in the way. Hi, Ernie. Yes, I have 2 cats. He also has pumpkins in his bed. He's very upset. Here, let me move the pumpkins. You probably don't care about the granny squares. You'll lay on the granny squares. There you go. You happy now? There. You behave yourself. I thought all my kids were gone. Nope. We got the 4-legged ones. Okay, so there's that crochet project. And this is living in my very first Fates thread bag I ever got. It has flowered porky hedgehogs on it. I do really like hedgehogs. I just don't have a lot of hedgehog stuff. And my other knitting project I'm working on. Okay, if you guys have been around a while, you know this thing is old. You know I've started this a while ago. Well, I decided before I got all my requests for orders and stuff that I was going to finish this Paris Toujours. I'm probably pronouncing that Paris Toujours shawl. So this is the Paris Toujours shawl. I have it backwards, so you guys are seeing the back of it. And this is what it looks like. This is in Arrowhead Fibers in the color Glow Stick. This is just her basic sock. And it's neon greens, blues, pinks, and blues. And it is really pretty. So, and this is what it's looking like so far. I'm on the last set of repeats. And then I got to do 80 rows of garter stitch, which actually I'll be thrilled when I get to that. Yeah. And here's what the yarn looks like caked up. I still have a whole nother cake of this. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to use it, but this is what my current ball looks like, so I think I'm going to have to use it. But yeah, and this is living in No Catchy Name Bag, and this is fabric I picked out from Walmart with a orange and black polka dot. So yeah, I think no, that's a random stitch marker I got from somebody. And then the last thing I'm working on is another pumpkin. Okay. You are going to have to listen to me go off on a little rant. Everybody knows who crochets knows about the crochet crowd. People love doing crochet crowd patterns. I have yet to find one that I can follow. I don't know if it's my brain or how they write the patterns or what it is. I don't like their patterns. I really wanted to make this. Okay, I'm going to say I really wanted to make this stupid braided pumpkin because I thought it looked neat. I saw it on Jonah Hand's Instagram. And I really wanted to make it because it looked really cool. He used an ombre yarn. It looked really cool. I thought, oh, that'll be good. I have started this thing 3 times. This is the 4th time. Excuse me. This is the 4th time I have started this stupid thing. First 3 times I followed the pattern, the written pattern. It was not looking right. It was not working up right. I did not know what I was doing wrong. So, what I had to do, I had to teach myself a few years ago how to follow crochet charts. And also help with my pattern writing. I could write up the chart and then do the crochet that way, and that worked very well for me. Yeah, I don't know what it was. This pattern, this is the second time I've tried following one of their patterns. The first time was his shawl on plain. I couldn't get that one to turn out right either. It was a triangle shawl. It was lopsided, and I don't know what I was doing. I was trying my hardest to do it like they said. I couldn't. So finally, I got on the cast on stitches. I got the starting because I knew how many I was supposed to cast on, and that wasn't the problem. The second row wasn't the problem. It was the third row and on. I don't know. He did not write it very well, I don't think. I'm sorry. If you love him, I'm sorry, but I can't follow his patterns. So what I did was he had a chart for the main body part where I was having trouble. So I went to that. And and I was looking at the chart, and then I could do the pattern. So this is the Crochet Crowd Braided Pumpkin. If you have no problems following his patterns, go for it. I just couldn't. And I'm not a beginner crocheter either. But this is the bottom of his braided pumpkin pumpkin. And this is how far I've gotten. And like I said, I had to use the chart. It has like, I don't know if you can see it real well. I thought turning on a light would help. But it has the braids, and I'm using Red Heart Sutherland Stripe, which is this yarn right here. He did an ombre. I'm doing striped. Yes, it's not an orange pumpkin, but I'm not unhappy with that. So that's what I got so far. It's just kind of working around. I have like 3 more of this repeat, and then I can close up the top and all that. But yeah, I just really wanted to make this because it looked really cool. I don't know if I'll make another one, but following the chart's a lot easier than like following the pattern. I don't know. Is it just me? Has anybody else ever had any trouble with a crochet pattern and then had to get a chart and follow that? Because I could not. I just couldn't. I don't know what it was. And I'm using, they call for a size H crochet hook, and it was hurting my hand and arm because I've been doing so much. So I went with this size I clover crochet hook, which is a 5.5 millimeter. And this is working much better for me. And like I said, I really love the colors on this. I made a dog sweater in this. Sorry, you guys did not get to see the dog sweater. I just made it and gave it to a person. But it's a blue, a dark blue, a light green, and a couple other shades of green. So it's going to be an interesting looking pumpkin. But yeah, if anybody wants me to make one of those and pays me for it, yeah, I'm going to say no. Unless I get really good at that. It's not hard after you know what you're doing, but I couldn't follow the written pattern. I could only follow the chart because it's just the way they're talking, and it's like, do this, do this. And yeah, it just wasn't clicking for some reason. But yeah, I got way too many projects to work on right now. I got camo hat, I got sweater, I got some more pumpkins. Still think I might just give her those and then just make some more for myself. Because they're not that hard in that way. Because I'm not worried about them because I'll put them out for Thanksgiving. But yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. Thanks to everyone who's left comments. I really appreciate it. I like to hear from you guys. Yeah, that's about it. Like I said, I start work tomorrow, which means tomorrow I get to sit on my butt all day in an office because I got to do computer stuff before I even get on D4. And then I get to get on the floor and, well, they've changed some of the systems, so that should be fun, but we'll see how it goes. It should be okay. I don't think the people want to hear you cleaning your foot. He never gets, well, he likes to get up here when I'm on the computer. He has a little cat bed right here, and he'll lay here. He's my little skinny cat. He's also very cold. I don't know why, but he gets cold easy. Anyway, thank you everyone for sticking around. Anyone who made this far, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys next time because I'm about out of stuff and I gotta get off here before the kids get home. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.